Dan Hardi, welcome along to my very special church crypt that we've set up just for you.
Yeah, thank you. Bit creepy.
It is a little bit creepy, it is a little bit creepy, but I am a little bit disappointed that you've turned up, A, looking very smart, but the hair is very subdued. I wanted big things. I've even got a mohawk. What's going on?
Yeah, it's so difficult to keep up with it. I mean, you know, it stays red for about 3 days and it goes pink, and I just can't wear pink very well.
Your hair's calmer. You seem a calmer individual, but there is something that unfortunately has got in the way of stopping you getting the opportunity to fight for a title.
Yeah. Effectively, I have two heartbeats. I have my main heartbeat in the centre, and then somewhere else in the heart, I have another bunch of cells that are producing a second heartbeat that's almost mirroring the one, my main one. The problem with the testing, though, is that they didn't find where it was. They can't find an enlarged part of my heart, so that they're not aware of where the second beat's coming from. And in order to find it, they would have to go in and look for it. And if they find it and it's in a safe place, they can burn it. And that is basically the cure for it. But the problem is that because I've never had any symptoms, I don't feel like I need it doing. And they've not given me a definitive, yes, we can fix it and you can go back to fighting. They want to study me. So they want to have a look around first and see what they can find. And then if it's in a safe place, they might be able to treat it. And if they can treat it, it might work. And if it doesn't work, then I've got to go back and have it done again. And it would have been easier if my last fight in Nottingham was the last fight and I'd have made that decision. But because I didn't and I was already preparing for another fight, I never got any closure. There's always a part of me that still feels like I should be preparing for that fight because it was booked and never happened. So that's kind of frustrating. It's kind of left me in a bit of a no man's land, because I have the opportunity to have the surgery to potentially get it corrected, but that doesn't seem like a logical decision for me because it's not something I need to do for my health. It's just something I need to do for my career. But you don't want to be in limbo forever.
No. How are you going to resolve this?
I'm really not sure, to be honest. I'm kind of in a situation now where I think the UFC are looking at me and thinking, well, it's your decision. You either get it done or you don't. I think the only way of me doing that is to go and see a cardiologist in the UK and really, for my career, you know, to see if I'm safe to compete, and also for myself to see if this is going to affect my health in any way. Physically now, I'm in a better place, weight-wise, strength-wise, flexibility-wise. Mentally, I'm in a much better place than I have been previously ever in my career, and I just can't apply it now. So
which is 10 times more frustrating than anything else.
It is frustrating, but I'm enjoying training, and this year, this time I've had off has you know, given me the opportunity to really heal, you know, and heal in a way that you don't heal after, you know, taking a month of light training. Healing in a way of like a year with nobody, you know, pulling on my arms and hitting me in the face and all that kind of stuff. You know, I'm waking up and I'm not in pain, and I kind of forgot how that feels.
Dan, the Outlaw!
And if the door does close and says, you know, you don't want to get the surgery, they say, well, you can't fight.
Yeah.
What's next for Dan Hardi?
Well, the other good thing about this year is that I've had time to kind of explore that. And because earlier on in my career, I had a losing streak and I wasn't doing too well, and, you know, I lost to GSP, lost to Carlos Condit, then lost 2 more fights. I was pretty much on the chopping block, and going into the fight at UFC 146 against Dwayne Ludwig, I'd almost accepted that this was my last fight, and I was going to go in there and just give it everything I got, and then regardless of what happened, I was thinking about going back to university and studying philosophy. But with this year being kind of all up in the air, I've not had a chance to really commit myself to anything. So I've been doing lots of little things, some writing and some talking and some travelling, and I do want to compete.
Writing what?
Well, I write for Muslim Fitness at the moment.
Okay.
I just have a monthly column where I kind of talk about the training that I'm doing, and then I've just started writing for Fightland as well, which is kind of like a blog. Writing is going to be a big part of my future for sure. I have a lot of options. Fighting, obviously, I would like to be one of those options, and if that is not an option with the UFC, then there might be a few cheeky Thai boxing matches here and there in, like, you know, Thailand and Japan and wherever. There are some organisations coming up that would allow me to fight.
So whatever happens, you're going to keep fighting in some form or another?
Yeah, well, to be honest, I'm hoping that as I get older, I mellow out a little more than I already have, and I don't feel that need to compete, because it is damaging, it is taxing on the body, and it does take up a lot of time. but at the same time, there is a part of me that still wants to do that. I still have questions about the martial arts, about my martial arts that I want to ask. And I feel like I'd kind of started on a new journey in my last 2 training camps, and I want to continue that journey a little more. Now, I might not go back to competing 3-4 times a year, because now I've had a break from it. I can see how much time it does take and how neglectful I am of everything else in my life when I am competing. But at the same time, I would like the opportunity to step in there and test the new things that I'm working. It's almost like this year's given me a break to get back to martial arts and get away from professional sports, because being an athlete and being a martial artist have not always fitted together very well. And regardless of what happens now, whether I get cleared to fight and continue with my career in any fashion that I do, or whether I don't and this is the end, I'm happy with where I'm at right now as a person. And I think that whatever I go on to do, I'm going to do it better because I've had this experience and I'm here right now.
The rich tapestry of life, just absorbing all of it.
Indeed, yeah.
Dan, listen, thank you so much for your time today. Wish you the best of luck. Cheers,
Thank
boss.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.